Hey everybody out there watching or tuning in later. I'm trying something a little bit different, doing a live video today of Stitch With Me. Those of you who aren't familiar with it, Off the Grid Needle Arts, we kind of do a every Friday stitch in. It's like a sitting around and stitching circle with all your favorite friends all over the entire world. So I'm going to be working on Beauty and the Beast today. It's been a while since I've had it out. I have my phone like precariously balanced, so if it goes flying, I apologize, I'll put it back. But my stand that I ordered that was supposed to arrive today to hold it, apparently the truck broke down according to Amazon, so it's not here yet. So I'm going to start up here in this corner up here, and we're going to do some stitching. If you guys have anything you want to ask me or want to hear me talk about, you're more than welcome to. I'm sitting here with my sister, who's over here also stitching on her very first stitching project. So I may lean over to help her on occasion. I've lost my needle. There it is. It's over here on my needle minder that you can't see. There we go. Ah, let go. There we are. I'm just going to stick it here for now. So, as I said, this is kind of a new experience. It kind of works with my rambling tendency to talk to nobody and talk to the camera about nothing. So feel free to jump in, ask questions, make comments. I will read those comments out because I found out that when you stream on YouTube Live, when you watch it later, the comments don't show up. So it's like, wait, who asked what? So I will try to respond to comments by reading them out loud, so that people watching later know what the heck is going on. And my cat's trying to get involved because it's what he does. So yeah, so I haven't worked on this project in a while, and I've been sitting here trying to figure out where I was and what I was going to stitch next, and I've lost my color key. There it is. I lose things constantly. I lose my highlighter. I lose my scissors. I lose my needle. I lose my thread. I lose my pattern.
Well, it sounds like Christmas where you're losing the tape and the scissors. And...
Yes! Oh my gosh, it's so bad when I'm wrapping presents and like every 5 seconds, where'd I put the tape?
Christmas drinking game, especially if you have to move the cat.
Oh yeah, that's like a thing. You always have to move the cat. I'm surprised I haven't had to move the cat already. He's being actually really good and laying over there on the foot of the chase. Okay, so next color I'm going to work on. Medium dull purple, card 2. So the cards, the floss cards that this came on, I'm still using the original ones, and I've been working on this thing for so long, they're like literally falling apart. It's... Oh, my cat's throwing up. That's cool. That's just what you guys wanted to hear in the background of the video, isn't it? Here, have a cat puking. So anyway, so yeah, these cards are like massively falling apart. And... oh, that's a... why did I even save that? I don't need that small of a thread. So I have to be like really careful when I pull the thread out, because that's how I tore the card, was pulling a thread out. So I have to be like super, super careful, because I really want to make these cards last because I'm stubborn. I'm really particular about how I kit up something that I'm doing the kitting, but when I get a kit, I tend to leave it exactly as is. I'm like, no, I will make it work, even if it's totally not my style. Ah, made a giant knot. This is the other reason these cards are falling apart. It's all these gigantic knots. So I was supposed to start this video around 6 o'clock tonight. It is 10:39, because I live in Ohio and we're on Eastern time. And so we went to Spaghetti Warehouse for dinner. And apparently right before we got there, there was like a power surge that took half the kitchen out. Like, they couldn't cook chicken and a couple other things because it took their fryers out. So we waited an hour and 40 minutes for our food at Spaghetti Warehouse. I was not pleased. I definitely get hangry when I'm hungry. I was getting peanut gallery over here.
Understatement of the century.
I was definitely getting hangry. But our waiter was really, really good. And taking me forever to get this thread like ready because I'm like so distracted. I'm like kind of keeping an eye on my phone. Because the live chat thing. I'm a licker. There was a conversation about this in the Heaven and Earth group. Are you a licker? Do you lick your floss to thread it? I'm a licker. I have no shame. I know that you're not supposed to do it. I've been told that like a million times. Oh, it's so bad for your floss. Yeah, I lick it. I don't care.
I'm sorry, Mom and Auntie and Grandma all did it, so why not?
Yeah. I lick it. Grandma did it. Grandma's the one that taught me, so. Okay, so now I'm actually going to do some stitching. You guys are all sitting here like watching me just like talk and just looking at a blank page. Like, what the heck is this woman doing? I'm stitching, I promise. So, I don't two-handed stitch, so there's like a really good chance I'm going to smack the camera at some point. I apologize if that happens.
The world goes spinning and everyone
Yeah, and then you guys get like
nauseous.
A free tour of my house as it goes flying through the air. So I loop start. So I'm catching my thread on the bottom right now. There we go. Yay. Look, I'm actually stitching. It's a thing. I have my camera's tripod leaned against my chair. And my camera leaned on the tripod. So if I bump it, it's gonna go crazy. And I'm actually gonna two-handed stitch here for a second. I don't normally do this, but right now it's a little bit easier. Oh, this is a really big row of stitches. Holy cow. 21, 22, 23, 24 stitches. Okay. That's a nice big row of purple. 4. I'm not sure what she's wowing over there.
The size of the hoop versus making this all work. And seeing these itty-bitty 25 count. What the heck did you get me started?
Those are 18 count, darling.
Those are 18?
This is 18 count.
It's 18?
That's 18 count.
It gets smaller? What do you mean it gets smaller?
7. I'm working on 18 count right now. I'm really bad at counting in my head. I will admit that. I count out loud all the time. I've gotten spoiled because the Heaven and Earth that I have been working on most of the last couple months is gridded. And I've gotten spoiled. Why is there so much fuzz on my thread? Holy cow. I was gonna do my nails for this video. But again, an hour and a half for food at Spaghetti Warehouse. Lots of things went out the window. Oh, let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I missed a stitch. Hang on. 1, 2, 3, 5, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Something's not right. Oh yeah, it is. Okay. So the periods of quiet are just because I'm counting. I'm losing track of things while I talk. 14. And hopefully you guys can even hear me because I'm like talking really quietly because I'm right next to my phone. So I don't want to like blast your eardrums out because I'm usually not a quiet person in the slightest. I don't have an indoor voice. So much fuzz on this thing. What happens when you're working on a project for like 6 years? Well, I've been stitching for 10 minutes, and that's all the further I've gotten. That's kind of embarrassing.
Why? Who are you going up against?
No, it's just, I'm not usually that slow. I've lost count again. Ugh. That's alright. going to, and then I'll recount it to make sure that I'm not all over the place. Whoops, and there's me hitting the camera. That'll be the first of many, I'm sure. So I see there's 3 people watching right now. Hi guys. Feel free to jump down into the comments. I can see your live chat comments. Oops. I can see your live chat comments, so if you have anything you want to say or ask questions about, that's me knocking my camera sideways because I pulled on the cord. I have it plugged in right now. There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Yay, it's in the right spot. I counted right. That does happen on occasion. And there's a dog hair. Story of my life. There's dog hair and everything. My dog is laying on the ground just out of view right now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Another big row of stitches to count.
So my next row has the same color but starting off of the page. Do I travel a ways?
You can. How far are you carrying it?
I don't know.
Here, let me see your pattern.
I know I've got at least 2 there, but I don't want to accidentally double stitch, so
yeah, that should be the end of it. Double check your page. Your other page over here. For those that didn't hear earlier, that's my sister. She's doing her first stitching project, and I'm helping her out with it. Okay, so these shaded ones are overlapped with the page before. So only stitch them once, not twice. So those 2 stitches that carry over, it's only 2 stitches, not 4.
okay.
So you're gonna carry it back. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 stitches back. So you'll count over 5 and down by 1 because it's the next row, and that's where your next one will start. And then you do, what was that, 17, 18, that's 20 stitches there.
Okay.
And double check to make sure you line up on both ends. 2. I forgot how many this was. Oh, it's 10. That's right. She is working on a Heaven and Earth. She's doing the ornament of The Witching Hour by Lisa Parker, which is a black cat, because she has 3 black cats. 6, 7, 8, 9, I'm really not used to 2-handed stitching, but all the way over here on this corner it's a lot easier. And I'm right hand dominant, so right now my non-dominant hand is behind the fabric, which is making things a little bit interesting, but I've tried to do it the other way around. It's just not comfortable. I tend to lean my left shoulder into my stitching, so like leaning the opposite direction is really uncomfortable to me. And this piece is actually on one of my few store-bought frames. It's a split rail frame, but I hate split rail frames because they slide out. Like the fabric slides out of the split rail when you get to the end of it. So I painter's taped it. Oops. I painter's taped it to it like I do with my frames. So. This is why I wanted to do a live video. I don't know what to talk about. I'm just like, so hopefully some folks will jump in and come chat, and We can have a stitching party. I mean, we're having a stitching party at my house. But we can have an online stitching party. So I have been working on this piece. I didn't write down my start date, and I kind of regret that because I don't know for sure what my start date on it was, but I know I've got pictures of it from the point in time that I was working on the castle, and that was in 2012 that I was working on this castle, or that I had the that I had the castle finished, and I was starting to work on other areas. So it is, I believe I started it in 2011, maybe 2012. Sorry, I keep knocking into the cord on the camera. I'm trying to move it. There we go. The cats are all sleeping now. I'm kind of impressed that they're not wanting to be all up in my way. I recorded a video. I need to edit it. I recorded a video the day before yesterday. And in the beginning of it, my cat was like so in the way that I finally just picked her up and put her on my shoulder. Because she was being a pest of like epic proportions. Because that's what cats do. But especially my cat. She's a demon. Actually, after I finish this row, I'm going to stop for a second and jump on my laptop and post to the Off the Grid Facebook page, because I forgot to do that, to let everybody know that I'm going live with my video. So if anybody wants to join me, they can. Oh, I think it's all twisted around. I can't pull it because it's all twisted. Here we go. Tension on my frame is like all screwed up. And look, it's really loose right here. It's driving me crazy. So one of the things you can see here is look at all those French knots. So many French knots. There was 230 in this here. I know there's, in just this section here, there's over 600 French knots. Oh my god, they were a pain in the butt. I will never be afraid of a French knot again. That's for sure.
Although if you never see another French knot again.
It'll be too soon. After this, I'm like, nope, heaven and earth, bye. I say that, and I already know I'm going to stitch other things too, because I've got a whole stack of other dimensions kits and things like that. I've got at least 2 other Disney kits I want to do. So I've got Little Mermaid I want to do. I've got one of Cinderella's Castle that I want to do. And then my brother-in-law and his wife got me Dimensions Aurora Cabin for Christmas. And I want to do that because I've always wanted to do that piece since I first saw it. They did not know that that was something that I desperately wanted to do. They just kind of like found it on Amazon. And he was like, oh, that looks like something Kat would like. Kat does like it indeed. His family's really good at shopping for me. Which is, I don't know, my husband says I'm easy to shop for. It says there's one person watching, and I don't know if it counts me or not. I think I bored the other 2 people. I mean, if you come here expecting something exciting,
You've clearly never done cross stitch.
Right. Clearly never watched somebody else cross stitch.
He's snoring.
Normal?
Mm-hmm. Is there any good way to keep the thread from getting all twisted up?
Let go of your thread, like when you've got it on the back side at some point, like right now, pull it through. Let go. Let go of it, and then hold your hoop up so that it's flat. Now let go of it, and it'll untwist.
Oh, okay.
Mark off my stitches. I finished a row. Yay! That's literally the first stitches that have been put into this in, I think, 6 months. So this video was good encouragement for me. I think this is going to be my project for my Friday stitching videos up until I finish it. And I would really, really like to finish it, because there's really no excuse for me not having this thing done. I don't normally work on projects for this long. I finished Dimensions Balloon Glow in 1.5 years. I finished Teresa Winsler's The Castle in 1.5 years. Why in the heck is this thing taking me 6 years? This is ridiculous. I'm like lecturing myself. This is kind of funny.
How many French knots?
Well, yeah, okay, yeah. So there's like over 1,000 French knots. That's probably a large contributing factor to it.
Just saying.
I put off the ones in that flower pot for so long because I was like, no. So it took me 23 minutes to finish that row. I'm usually faster. Not by much, though. What are you doing? It's my computer. Okay, so posted in the off the grid group that I'm live streaming now. Dropped my laptop on my phone cord. Sorry about that. Okay, back to stitching. Oh, I have the rest of your black thread on.
Oh, you do?
Yeah, it's laying on my leg.
Oh, okay.
Here you go. I was like, what is this black thread? Oh, that's not mine.
No. You're not working in black?
I'm not working in black. There is so little black. I don't know. Is there any black in this thing? I don't think there was any actual black thread in this entire piece.
No 310?
Nope. Floss doesn't use DMC floss, so.
Mm.
It was a kit. It came with its own. It might be DMC. That's pretty good quality floss. There's been some kits I've worked on that were just awful. I have one that I actually had to stop working on because, like, I couldn't make more than 10 stitches and the thread would just shred. I was like, nope.
Ew.
I'm going to be starting that one again over on using my own materials because that was awful. Okay,
Which one was that?
It's the one that was the quote, my wedding blessing quote. May the road rise up to meet you. And it was a kit that I got from Hobby Lobby after they switched from the Dimensions kit to their own brand. And I'm like, okay, well, good to know that that brand quality is awful. It was Artiste or something like that.
They're not Artist Point.
No, not Artist Point. She was determined that their brand name is Artist Point. I'm like, no, that's a restaurant at Disney. Though we haven't eaten it yet. That's not cool. We need to eat there. Do we have reservations for Artist Point? There's some restaurant that we've got reservations at for our next trip. That's one we haven't done yet. Which one is it?
Whispering Canyon Cafe
Whispering Canyon, that's it.
is a lunch. I believe it's on Tuesday.
Okay.
Are you still streaming?
Yeah.
Okay. So, we're going to Disney.
Yeah, I talked about that in my last video, that we're going to Disney in March.
Mm-hmm. Well, for the folks that have just joined you.
Yeah, that's true.
It kind of helps to tell them what in the world we're talking about.
We're going to Disney for her birthday. I lost count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
But it's Whispering Canyon Cafe, and it's kind of one of those sassy restaurants where the waiters sass you for every little thing, and if part of your party doesn't show up on time, they give you grief.
It's like 50s primetime cafes like that too.
But it's supposed to be a rootin' tootin' good time.
One of these days, one of these years, we'll get to Hoop-Dee-Doo review because everybody always talks about how great it is. I don't know. I looked at the menu and I looked at the description of the show. It doesn't seem like something I'd be totally in love with, but everybody says it's great.
Bunch of really bad jokes is what I hear.
So it's like that server we had at Ohana one time. Mm-hmm. I got so many bad jokes from her. It was great. Where does Buzz Lightyear buy his bath towels? Bed Bath and Beyond! That was my favorite. Why can't you give Elsa a balloon? She'll just let it go. My left hand is not used to being used to stitch, and my shoulder's getting tired. I haven't even stitched in that long. Calm down over there. Somebody has a really, really loud four-cylinder.
Hmm?
Somebody has a really, really loud four-cylinder driving down 202. We live, like, right next to a major road, so lots of car noise. And you'll hear ambulances at some point, I'm sure, because we live really close to an emergency room. Which was convenient when I burned the crap out of my foot 3 weeks ago. I literally took an ambulance ride across the street. It was a little annoying. But I didn't know how to get there otherwise, and it was really bad. And it turns out it was a good thing that I took an ambulance because the emergency room was like super, super, super busy. And who knows how long it would have taken him to get me in and give me something for the pain had I not come in an ambulance. For anybody who didn't see my video, my first video that I talked about it, the day after Christmas, I was cooking a ham and the grease got spilled on my leg and foot. And so I ended up with first and second degree burns down my leg and a really bad second degree burn covering the entire top of my foot. And I'm still definitely healing from that. It was pretty awful for the first week. And then it was like starting to become tolerable the second week. And now we're a little over 3 weeks out. And I can wear shoes. Like, it was a really big deal the day I wore shoes for the first time. I'm like, oh my god, I'm wearing shoes! Real shoes! So that was not fun. Really rather not repeat that experience again. But it gave me a lot of stitching time, and that was actually a big reason that this and another piece I'm working on got put aside and not worked on around the New Year's when I had some time off, because I was angry at life. Because the same day that I got burned, my car blew up. My car, which I depend on for work, because I drive for Lyft full time. And my car blew up. So I ended up hurt really badly, and then with a really big car repair bill, and I just hated life. And I'm like, you know what, screw it, I'm working on the project I want to. So I was working on my Heaven and Earth project. And now I'm feeling a little bit better, and I'm like, I need to get something finished. And so, finishing it I am.
Your husband fell asleep.
Can you hear him snoring?
Yep. Like a freight train.
It's like sleeping next to a wood chipper every night. I've literally never heard somebody snore as loudly as he does. I fall asleep with headphones in most nights because his snoring is so loud.
Yeah, at least he's doing it in the bedroom and not out here with us.
Yeah. He was grumpy. I was like, go away. He was so grumpy. I wonder if he put the food away. I didn't go look. Last I saw the food, it was still sitting on the kitchen counter. The leftovers.
Why'd you mention food? Now I'm hungry.
How are you hungry? Oh my god, I'm completely stuffed. I think I just unthreaded my needle. Crap, I did. I think that thread's about toast, so I was trying to make it back to the start of this. I don't think it's gonna happen.
Ow.
Don't do that. Your finger's not part of the project.
Well, you know, they say the best projects require a little blood, sweat, and tears.
They don't mean it literally.
Oh, oops, my bad.
Come on, one more
Well,
stitch.
to be fair, you started me out with my first real project ever as a Heaven and Earth, so...
Hey, it was the first time I ever got you interested in a project. So, I'm one of those people that flips my project to tie off my threads. So, hey, there's my feet. Hi, feet. I'm in my Olaf pajama pants. I only wore pajama pants for like 2 weeks because of the burns on my legs. Oh, come on. Pull through. Pull through. Damn it. Rah. Why are you not pulling through? There we go. I'm going to move my needle minder. It's over there. Yeah, you can see I have my Tory bag down there. We went shopping today.
Use that hot cash by the end of the weekend.
Yep. Okay, I'm going to see if I can shift a little bit in my seat without knocking everything down. Because my butt's falling asleep. And I have to be like really careful because, you know, my foot's still healing. There we go. I just hit my phone with my boobs.
Oops.
Yeah. They're big. It happens. We're just going to keep going in this color. Okay, I don't know why it flipped my camera. Hey, there's one of my... There we go. Okay, so I don't know what just happened there. My app crashed. We're back now, yay. So... Sorry about that little interruption there. I just looked up and it says, your stream has ended. I'm like, why? I wasn't done yet. Why is it so zoomed in? Oh, there we go. That's better. And hopefully next week I'll actually have my little stand that I'm supposed to have. That was supposed to come today.
That didn't.
That didn't because the truck broke down. I think that's kind of cool if you go in and look at Amazon at your order. You can check the shipping status. And it actually said shipping delayed, reason truck mechanical. And it said it happened in New York last night. So it didn't get to the local shipping facility in Cincinnati until late tonight. So it'll go out on a truck tomorrow. It'll go out to be delivered tomorrow, I should say. But my phone, actually, like, I'm looking on the screen. It actually has, like, really good quality on the video, which is nice. I have a brand new phone, so... I have a Note 8.
Not one of the ones that explodes.
No, that was the 7. I was supposed to get one of those. Excuse me.
Bless you.
And we went in to go get new upgrades. And they were sold out of the Note 7. And they're like, oh, we're going to get another shipment in on Friday. And this was like Tuesday. And we're like, it was me and my brother. We were both going to upgrade. And we're like, okay, that's fine. We'll come back in on Friday. I think it was Wednesday. Either Wednesday or Thursday that they released the recall on the Note 7 for the exploding batteries. And we're like, oh, okay, well, I guess we're not getting Note 7s. So I had to wait like another year, a little over a year, for them to release the Note 8. I pre-ordered it. And I got it in September. And I love it. So I am extremely pleased with it. And this is my first time... No, not my first. It's my first time YouTube live streaming from it. But I live streamed from it on Facebook at Disney. Because some friends of mine asked me to live stream Disney's fireworks. And so I did. So I streamed
you also
happily
live
ever
streamed a
after.
hurricane.
I did. That was on my old phone.
Oh.
Yeah, because remember, we had Brian running around doing errands. Otherwise, he would have brought my new phone with him. But yeah, I got it when I got back from Disney in October after live streaming a hurricane. I stood on the balcony of the Contemporary and did a live Facebook video of Hurricane Irene as it passed over Disney. Because
Irma.
Oh, yeah, Irma. I keep calling it Irene. Irene was a different hurricane.
Yeah, well, we're not doing another hurricane this year at Disney.
Oh, why
For
not?
you to test out the quality of this video versus that one.
But the third time's a charm. I don't know a charm for what in this case, but we wrote out Hurricane Matthew at Disney also. So we just have this thing for hurricanes and Disney apparently. And we went. Why is my throat all screwed up? We went earlier this year than we did last year. So we're like, well, if we go in September, you're less likely to get hit by a hurricane in early September than you are in October. And then, we got hit by like an even bigger hurricane. We're like, oh, okay. Well, I guess this is a thing now. Because Matthew was not, it took a northern turn from what they had predicted. And so we just barely got clipped by it. We didn't get anything exciting. Whereas Irma was like a direct hit. And it was still pretty powerful when it hit Disney. And it did cause quite a bit of damage in Orlando. But we were in the Contemporary, which I'm pretty sure could withstand a nuclear bomb. So we were good. I forgot to highlight off last row. I have no idea where I'm supposed to be going. Let me fix that.
I just started a new thread all by myself.
I'm proud of you. Yay. Did you loop start it?
Yep.
Yay. How'd you tie off your last one?
Running it through other stitches.
Okay.
I just have one problem now.
What?
Massive knot.
Where at? In your current thread?
Yep.
Here.
Never mind, it came out.
I was gonna say, usually if you pull on the loop part of the knot, it'll just pop out. Usually. And then you get that one that you're like, rah.
How's that go again?
It's a velociraptor noise. Rah.
Oh, okay. Like smart velociraptors, like Chris, what's his name, in the Jurassic Park?
I've never seen Jurassic Park.
No. The latest Jurassic Park had the really cute puppy dog like velociraptors.
You know what else has really cute puppy dog like? Large animals with claws. How to Train Your Dragon. It has kitty cat dragons. 4, 5, 6, 7. I love How to Train Your Dragon. So I have a funny story about How to Train Your Dragon. So on my birthday, a couple years ago, my husband and I went to go see How to Train Your Dragon 2. I love the original. So we went to go see it at theaters when we lived in Tennessee. And we were almost to the end of it. And it was like the big like fight scene between Hiccup and like the evil dragon. I don't know what you would refer to that. Yeah, the antagonist of the movie basically. So there was like this big fight between them in this big fight scene. And like it gets to like this super dramatic part and all of a sudden like the screen goes dim. And like the whole theater kind of like gets brighter. And we were like, what the heck is going on? We thought there was like this dramatic moment in the movie, kind of like, like with the new Star Wars movie with like moment of silence in it. We thought it was something like that. But then the emergency lights came on and we're like, wait a minute, what's going on? There had been a complete power failure in the entire city of Pigeon Forge. at like the most dramatic moment of the movie. And we were like 15 minutes from the end. I still haven't seen the rest of it. I still have yet to actually finish that movie. Because now I'd need to go back and start from the beginning. And I'm always telling my husband, I'm like, we need to finish How to Train Your Dragon. And I think I'm just going to give up and watch it without him. But yeah, it was, and then we sat in this theater for like ever because neither one of us had anywhere to be for a while. And so we like sat there for a while, and the manager came in and was like, we don't know what's going on. It's not on our end. It's the city. And we don't know how long it's going to be, but you guys are welcome to stay here. Or if you need to leave, we have you free tickets to come back. And we're like, well, we'll hang out here. We never know what comes out. So there was this one guy, I have a picture of him somewhere on my phone. There was this one guy that got up and was like telling stories and telling jokes, and like he managed to tell a joke that took 30 minutes to tell, and he was so good at talking that we all just sat there and listened to him tell this joke for 30 minutes. And then we finally were like, okay. After we'd been there for like an hour, we're like, I think it's time to go. So we finally left. And that's when we found out that like all of Pigeon Forge was out. We thought it was like maybe just that shopping center. And we're like, oh, all the traffic lights are out, and all the go-kart places are out, and my husband's work was out, and that power outage lasted something like 5 hours. It was a long one. Untwist my thread. So there's my How to Train Your Dragon story. About how the power went out. I still haven't seen the last 15 minutes. So eventually I will. Eventually I'll just give up and go watch it. And I still have those tickets too, and they don't have an expiration date. I don't even know if that movie theater still even exists. That was the summer of 2014. And I know some other stuff in that shopping center has closed. I don't know if the movie theater is still there or not. At Walden's Landing. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. But next time I'm in Pigeon Forge, I don't live there anymore, obviously, as I've said several times that I live in Ohio now. But maybe next time I'm down there visiting, we'll go see a movie, because I still have those tickets. It won't be How to Train Your Dragon 2. That's not in theaters anymore. So here's where you get to see how I tend to stitch with like no rhyme or reason to things. Like, kind of jump around and stitch backwards, and definitely have my own method, that's for sure. I just realized I hope the sound is actually recording on this thing. I have no way of telling. And there's not really anybody watching to jump into the comments and tell me if the sound is working. So if you're out there, if there's anybody out there, well, let me know you can hear me. And I'm not just talking and you guys not hearing me.
You're not just talking to hear yourself talk?
Yeah. Well, you can hear me talk too. It's just what you always wanted, isn't it?
Well, little sister, you never shut up, so.
That was like the best meme I ever had on Facebook. The one that was my Amazon review.
Yes, never shuts up.
How do you return this thing? It never stops talking. It's like a whole different section over there. Okay. How many rows have you done? Oh, yay! CJ says that I can hear you.
Yay!
Thank you. Thank you for letting me know. And thank you for the compliment on my piece.
I've done 3 rows myself.
Yay!
Including stopping and starting thread.
Yay! Okay, let me see yours real quick. So, since you've been hearing her talking, there's her progress so far. Yay!
It doesn't look like anything.
It looks like a black blob. It looks like a start of a project. I'm impressed by how fast my phone camera changes focus. Like, when my hand is in front of it, it focuses on my hand. And then, like, the second my hand moves away, it focuses back on my piece. That's actually a little bit impressive.
Nice.
CJ says prepping is hard work. It really is. That's what we did last night. And I did all the gridding on it for her. Yesterday we bought all the threads for it. And we printed the pattern out. And we gridded it and we got it in the hoop. And then by then it was like 2 a.m. and it was like, okay, it's time to go to bed.
Yeah. We're night owls, but even we have our limits.
Yeah. Well, and then there's the whole, like, once you get started, you don't want to stop, and next thing you know, it's like 5 a.m. and you're like, what? What happened to the night? Where'd it go? Okay, I need to highlight off that section again. I get so easily lost if I don't highlight constantly.
You know, there's some confetti around the edges here that I'm thinking I may just go back and skip later.
What do you mean?
Like, I have a row that the very end on each end is 1 stitch of a different color.
Oh, I think it's to make it look like it faded out. I think.
Yeah, I'm beginning.
Not feeling it.
Yeah, I may just black those out eventually.
But you know, every time you change a pattern like that, it just makes it your own. What the heck am I doing? That's not the right spot. I forgot to highlight a spot. Trying to stitch a row twice. Try that again.
Let's not stitch a row twice.
No! No, I split the thread. There we go. Fix that. Now I'm going to actually highlight it because it's like, no, I finished that. Let's fix that. There we go. Try again. It actually goes there.
Yeah, I definitely think I like the gridded aspect here.
I love gridded fabric. I had never worked on it before Wisdom.
I didn't know such a thing existed.
Yeah, I didn't until Heaven and Earth's. And then I got in the Heaven and Earth group. And I saw these people stitching on gridded fabric. I'm like, why on earth would you do that? And then I did it. I'm like, oh, that's why. Because it's kind of amazing.
Yeah, thank you for gridding mine for me.
You're welcome. That's not where that goes either. Why am I putting stitches in the wrong spot constantly right now? Come on. Better than this.
Although all this extra fabric around the edge of the frame is really driving me bonkers.
Now you know why I use a scroll frame. Don't forget that stitch. I'm gonna forget that stitch, I know it. Hello, Candace. My cat is sitting on the chair next to me. Which means she'll be over here wanting attention here in any minute.
Yep. Here, have a cat.
Yep. Well, especially when I'm stitching on this lap frame like this, the lap stand. She loves to be under the lap stand.
Oh, you're getting Candace, I'm getting normal.
You are getting a normal. He says, hello, what you doing?
Scritched a kitty.
He doesn't try to eat my thread like Candy does. Like, he just kind of, like, tries to bonk the project out of your hand. Whereas Candy, like, she'll try to eat my thread.
I just don't want to stab him in the eye with the needle, because that would be really, really bad, and I'd feel horrible.
Yeah, it would be bad.
Because I can't.
But he's being a complete pest. Like, what you guys aren't seeing is Normal is now standing. Oh, he was standing on her shoulder, and now he's behind her head, and he has managed to knock 3 pages of her pattern onto the floor.
And my highlighter.
And the highlighter.
And I kind of have to get up to go pee, but I'm afraid he's going to come lay on my project.
He will.
Because he's just that much of a jerk.
He will. That's what he does.
Whoa.
Yeah, there's a cat there.
I was trying to knock him off the back of the couch. Chair, chase, whatever this thing is.
He's too fat. He doesn't fit behind there. I make fun of him all the time because, like, he was always this, like, super hyperactive kitten, and he was into everything, and he was really thin because he was so, like, hyperactive. And now he'll be, where's this, 2018, he'll be 12 in June, and he's fat. And he forgets that he's fat, and he'll try to do things that he can't do. Like climb the Christmas tree. Because the first time that he saw a Christmas tree in like 5 years, we put up the Christmas tree in a place where the cats could actually get to it, and he tried to climb the Christmas tree like he always did when he was younger, and he could not make it above the first branch. And so he shunned the Christmas tree for the next month, because he was mad at it because he was too fat to climb it. And it was really funny.
Hey, Static Cling makes these capris.
There we go. I'm actually highlighting now, so that I quit losing track beforehand. Normal's following her to the bathroom. Because he's a cat. It's what cats do. Hey, we're at almost an hour now. And I definitely stitch slower while talking and recording a video. But it's still progress. That's what matters. I don't know how long I'll do this for. I don't know how long YouTube will let you record live videos for. I've never done live on YouTube before. Only on Facebook. How am I almost out of thread already? They're such short threads. But I didn't pick the length. They came that way. is actually like stitching much easier than I thought it would, going two-handed. Because usually I struggle with two-handed, but I've never tried it on anything but a heaven and earth. And I'm just not coordinated enough with my left hand. What are you getting into? There's things falling over in my kitchen. It's one of the cats. But anyway, so I'm not really coordinated enough with my left hand, especially in like confetti areas, to get it to go in the right spot. So I don't usually do this because it takes me way longer to stitch two-handed normally because of struggling to find the right hole to push the needle up through. And I've tried the other way around with my right hand under rather than my left. And it's so uncomfortable for me and I don't know why. Oh, here, let's try it. Maybe I'll like it. Oh no, I remember why I don't. I can remember now. Because now my left shoulder is gonna get super, super tired. So nope, that's not gonna work. Because then like my left shoulder is like up in the air. I don't know why. I don't know why I do that. Just not a fan. I can hear my husband snoring. That's fine. It means he's out of my hair. The cat, however, I don't know what he's getting into. Or they. I don't know where either one of them are. I just realized that. Oh crap, who knows what they're into. They team up with each other and cause trouble. And I can hear lots of trouble happening in the kitchen right now. I have no idea. I think they've got a toy in there. That's what it sounds like. I hear lots of like skittering across the ground and stuff. Okay.
Are you done yet? Are you done yet? Are you done yet?
I've been asking that for 3 years. There we go. I think I'm just going to keep working on this purple. There's a lot of it. And it's easier to just stick with one color right now when I'm, you know, talking and working around a camera and things like that. And there's a lot of this color. So much of this color. And I've been working on Confetti on a Heaven and Earth for a while, so like working on the same color for multiple strands is kind of nice. It's kind of a nice change. You can actually kind of see the metallics. This part of the lamp is all in metallic. This rainbow is all in metallics. You can kind of see it a little bit sparkling. You. Such a twisted up mess. There we go. Lost my stream again temporarily. My phone apparently doesn't like it when I try to do things like Facebook Messenger at the same time, but I had a message I was trying to read. I have a knot. Yay. 2 stitches into a new thread. Here, have a knot. Just what I always wanted. There we go. And that little corner up there. Oh, this fabric is so loose on this edge. I'm having a hard time when I get out here to the sides. And I think it's just because like my fabric is warped because it was sliding on the scroll frame at one point. And so like along in here on the other side it's really badly warped. So I'm gonna have to block it when I get done. Straighten that out so it can be framed.
You've got a good framer. I'm sure he can do something with it.
I'm certain. He's been asking me about this piece. Like every time I post anything cross-stitch related on Facebook, he's like, so when are you gonna bring me Beauty and the Beast?
After he finishes reframing your other project that he took with it?
He's got it ready. I just haven't gone and gotten it.
Oh.
Yeah, my framer's store is over an hour away. He's actually a good friend of mine. He's a friend of mine before he was my framer. And so we tend to, I tend to give him stitching when he's at my house or when we're meeting up somewhere. And then he tends to give it back to me in the same way. Like, I don't know when I'm going to make it back up to Columbus again when your shop is open. So can you just bring it with you the next time that I see you? Candy's being a pest.
Nope, you're going to stay there.
You know, as much as I picked on you about being hungry, I'm starting to get a little hungry. I guess it has been a little while since we ate now.
I don't know, I stopped looking at the time.
Yeah. Well, we've been running this video for a minute, or an hour and 13 minutes.
Well, because if I am conscious of how much time this is taking and how little progress I'm making, I will not want to do this anymore because, wow.
See, I've been stitching since I was so young that this is how I developed patience.
I've always thought of myself as a very patient person.
Until you've sat and watched me stitch.
No, until I started trying to do it myself.
This is how I just chill out at the end of the day. Well, end of the day, days off, beginning of the day, whatever the case may be. That's how I chill out. Ooh, I have a drink sitting there. I've been sitting here thinking, I'm thirsty. Oh wait, I have a drink right here.
Candace Marie, get off my stitching.
But it looks like a nice bed.
Yeah, so does a bed of roses.
Doesn't mean it's a good idea.
But
that doesn't mean it's a good idea.
Yes. Until you get sticked.
I think it's the beach one, the beach wedding one, that I have a picture of Orion laying on it in the scroll frame, because I looked away for a second to highlight, and I turned around and Orion was like directly on my scroll frame and made himself a home. I'm like, really? This is not where kitties go. Candace. My lord. Candy.
Pass.
Stop it. Really? Now you're scratching on the couch. Stop it. This is life with my cat right here. She's a demon, like I said earlier. Now she's in a box. She found a box to be in. Now maybe she'll calm down. The other day she was being really, really, really annoying. So we sat a box on the top of the dog's crate, which is one of the things that she was climbing on and being annoying. And she just hopped right in it. I'm like, hey, look, the cat trap worked. So I have a picture of Candy sitting in this box, just giving us a look like it was her idea all along. And now I need to stop and highlight because I'm getting to that point where I'm like, did I stitch that row? Blink. Okay, I need to move my needle minder, but I'm fearing it will glare on that side. Oh yeah, that'll glare pretty badly. Okay, so I'm going to move it down to the out of frame. There we go. Blink. My sister-in-law made me that needle minder this once upon a time. I was like, oh, perfect for Beauty and the Beast. This is the first like actual progress on this piece that I have made in way too long. I'm looking at it going, wow, I actually see a little bit of a difference. I'm not good at stitching or counting while talking. So if I'm like randomly silent, it's because I'm counting. Like that. Because we've already seen me mess up enough times tonight. And none of them were that bad. Usually when I mess up, it's pretty epic. I'm avoiding backstitching right now because this needs to be backstitched. And that's actually like pretty much the only backstitch that's left in the project. There's like one other little section of it. I hate backstitching. Absolutely hate it. Oops. So like, I put it off until I'm in the mood. And then I'll do a big bunch of it. And curse it the entire time I'm doing it. Kind of like these stupid French knots. Oh man, the cussing I did with those. Okay, there we go. Move my camera. So I was like stitching out of the frame. I'm working my way up to this upper corner here. I'm actually trying to like even out the two sides of it. I've got this side down lower. So I've got on the other side, I don't know, maybe 30 stitches left to get to the top of the page. Whereas on this side I'm about 50 stitches from the top of the page, 40 or 50. So I'm trying to like even out the two sides. I'm way closer to the top than I thought I was. I still thought I still had like an entire page left. I don't. It's more like a half to get to the top. And again, why have I not finished this stupid thing yet? I guess because I get bored with the sky. It's like all the sky stitching. I know I hated doing all of the greenery, like all these shades of green, which is a lot of this piece was greenery and background. So, okay, I need to actually count this because I have no idea how far I'm going with it. 18. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yep, 18. Stop it! Candace! She's scratching on my chair now.
Pesky kitty is pesky.
Yeah. And every time you yell at the cat, the dog freaks out. So my dog's over on the couch going, oh my god.
I can't say that your dog is the brightest German Shepherd out there.
I tell her frequently that German Shepherds are supposed to be smart. Candace! Quit scratching my chair! And she just looks at me. My cat's a jerk. I think, like, probably 80% of my life at home is spent yelling, Candace, what are you doing? Candace, knock it off. Candace, hurry. Quit. My cat has a middle name. That's how often she gets yelled at. She has a middle name, and it is frequently used. Why connection? Why do you have a very bad connection? You're on Wi-Fi.
So glad I'm doing this on 18 count. I would go blind trying to do it on 25.
Yeah, 25 is very small. That's why I need so much light to work on them. There we go. This is when I struggle with two-handed stitching, is when there's other threads already in where I'm going. I have a hard time with getting it through. Which is why I don't usually do this, but over here on this corner of this piece, it's actually turning out to be a little easier. So I'm on my, what, 4th thread of this purple right now? Either 3rd or 4th. I think 4th. And I still have, like, barely made a dent in this purple. So much of this purple in this corner. And then, like, the farther up you go, the more the purple kind of, like, takes over. So it's like, because it's like it's a sunset, but the sun is, like, over there. So, like, that corner is, like, the blues and purples. So this purple is, like, so many stitches left of it. Oops, did I split that? I did.
Oh, I've got a knot in my thread. No wonder that's pulling funny.
My dog is laying on the couch pouting. That is her couch. If somebody else sits on her couch, she sits there and pouts at them until they move. She is old and spoiled. She does. She'll just look at you like, but you're on my couch. I don't know what to do. You're on my couch. Where am I supposed to lay down? And then she'll lay on the floor, but she'll do it like as pitifully as she possibly can. Like, fine. I guess I can lay down here. If you don't love me enough to move. And she puts on this big drama show, and it's so funny. Taking a break.
Gary, start another row.
Oh. Let me see what you got so far.
Huh?
Let me see what you got.
A whole lot of nothing.
That's actually pretty good progress. I mean, I know it doesn't seem like it to you, but I don't have a whole lot more than that I just have done tonight. But you're starting on a blank slate. I'm starting on, you know.
Yeah.
I've been working on for 6 friggin' years. Oh, son of a bitch.
Language.
I never said that my stream was PG rated. I missed like a huge chunk over here that I should have done. I can make it work.
Go back and fix it.
That would require ripping out like 30 stitches.
Mm.
Just because I missed a few. I'll just go back and add back in the few. I will find a way to do it.
Crud.
Grab something?
My needle.
Okay. Yeah, that'll happen. There's at least like 3 needles in this chair somewhere. At least I've never like embedded a needle in myself. There was somebody in one of the stitching groups I'm in that posted a picture of her x-ray of where she managed to get a needle embedded like horizontally, like in her palm. It was like right here.
Ew.
And she had it in there so badly, like she couldn't even pull it out with a pair of pliers. And so she posted a picture of the x-ray and said, my doctor looked at me funny when I asked if I could have the needle back. Like, I get it. Well, when you find that one needle that you really like. I'm like, I still don't understand. How did she... It was a tapestry needle. It wasn't a sharp... You know, it was a stitching needle. It was like, good God. Did you take a running start at it?
I bet that hurt, though.
Oh, I can imagine. It's like, did she take a running start at it?
And the recovery must have hurt, too.
Yeah, and then you can't stitch because you've got, you know, a hole in your hand.
I don't know. Seeing some of the cross stitches y'all work on.
We're just masochists anyway.
Yeah. Sheer determination. Pure willpower.
Went back and picked up the stitches I missed. Found an easy way to fix that. It was these here. That's not focused. There we go. There's those right there. The ones I missed. I'm gonna move it a little. Oops. Trying to adjust it a little bit here. Nope. Go back that way. There we go. I'm working up higher than. Oops! I just unthreaded my needle.
It goes around, comes around.
Yeah, I do that constantly. I don't think I can make it through a thread without unthreading my needle at least once. Hey, my needle minder caught my needle though. Oops. Try again. I don't think I'm gonna make it back with this. I think probably my favorite phrase that I have learned from online stitching, well, from the online stitching community, is the phrase thread chicken. I think that's like my favorite phrase I've ever learned. When you're like, can I make it to the end with this same piece of thread? Will it cover it? And so you play thread chicken, hoping you don't run out. And I just find that like really entertaining for some reason. I think I'm gonna lose this round of thread chicken.
I think I'm going to do the same. I just hate the idea of wasting so much thread, you know? Even though it's not really that much.
What do you mean? I mean, you can change threads in the middle of a row, right?
Yeah, that's the theory.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm definitely not going to win this round of thread chicken. I got that much thread. I have been known to run mine so close that I'm literally like re-threading the needle, like pushing the needle partway through the fabric and re-threading it just to get that last like 2 stitches out of it. Like, no, not changing threads, not starting a new one.
So how do you tie off if you're that short?
I take my needle unthreaded, run it under the stitches that I'm going to tie off under until the eye is the only thing sticking out, and then thread it while it's actually through the stitches on the back.
Okay.
4 stitches, can I make it?
That's hilarious. I've got 4 left myself.
Oh, I just unthreaded. Come on. Oh, I'm gonna make it. Yay! Made it. With just a tiny, actually I have enough left over that I can tie it off with no problem. I almost just highlighted on my phone. I like picked up my highlighter and went to go highlight on my phone. I'm like, wait a minute. Something's not right here. That's why. I didn't do that part yet. I was like, that doesn't look right. Oh, because I didn't do those stitches yet. Just kidding. Yay, another thread finished. Another pile of thread. Why are you so tangled up? Good lord. That's a nice mess. Normal has returned.
I know.
He's come to be a pest.
No.
Disaster. Why is this thread so tangled up? It keeps doing this crap to me. Here we go. You guys are getting like a skew view of my stitching here. While I fix this thread. There we go. Untangled, rethreaded, we're all good. Time to start again. Oops. It's the never-ending purple. Never-ending so bad. There's my strong bad quote for the day. Anybody who's around my age might remember Homestar Runner and Strong Bad Emails. I quote Strong Bad Emails all the time. And I'm realizing that I'm getting old. But like, people don't remember the first, like, memes and internet viral videos and crap like that. And I'm like, what do you mean you don't know what Homestar Runner is? Oh, wait, they haven't updated in, like, 10 years. Okay, I kind of get that now. So we went to Hobby Lobby and got magnets to make needle minders with. And then went to Hot Topic. And we're like, I was like digging through there, like all the little basket of buttons that they always have at Hot Topic. And I was digging through it looking for fun buttons to make needle minders out of. And I found a whole bunch of Invaders in ones. And like, it's another one of those things that, like, from when I was in high school that nobody remembers now except people who are my age. Invaders in. I'm gonna make myself an Invaders in needle minder. I also got some other fun ones. I'm gonna put in my Etsy store, along with my grime guards and things like that I make. Oh, I've got a big knot in the back. I'm sitting here trying to undo it blindly. Not very successfully, I might add. Come on, you're almost there. Come out. Ugh, I'm gonna flip it.
Off. No.
Come on.
Cat, I'm going to kill you.
You love him too much.
Hmm?
You love him too much.
Not if he messes up my stitching.
Yeah, he won't mess it up. He'll just leave cat hair on it.
He's warping it out of my frame.
Oh, well, that's an issue.
Yeah.
Come on, you're almost out. You're almost out.
Butt is too fat. I'm screwing up my tension.
There we go. Finally got the knot out. Alright. Well, we're at almost 2 hours now. And I think I'm going to go ahead and wrap up. So this corner is getting really difficult to stitch in. Almost now on her chest. This corner is getting really difficult to stitch in around the camera. So the way I have things rigged up now is very much in my way right now. So I think I'm going to go ahead and sign off of here. And I will see you guys. I'm going to have another video to upload hopefully in the next day or two. I haven't edited it yet, and that takes some time. And then I'm going to upload it, and that takes even more time. So hopefully in the next few days I'll have that done. And then I'll see you guys again next Friday. And hopefully I'll actually have my phone stand that I'm supposed to have, that was supposed to come today. So that we guys, I'll try to do another live off the grid stitch with me. So I will see you guys later. And I'm going to give you guys a quick overview of my piece before we go. There she is. So that's what I've worked on today. That's what I got done today, was everything above this line of orange right here in the purple. All of that was done tonight. See you guys later.